Hey YouTube, Goddess Lily. I have a 3x4" closure that I just finished and I want to show you. So the baby, I actually did do baby hair, and I tried to create a little demarcation, like leaving a little tiny space in there. I think it came out very, very nice. I just finished it. I haven't even put the sealer on it yet. I actually want to part it down the middle so you can see the parting. And I want to tell you a little bit about my ventilating. What you see up here across the front is very fine. You see single strands. I'll say from a half an inch to the top is single strands. That is fine ventilating. That is the only place that I offer ventilating in closures and frontos, even for my wigs. As you get down to the middle, so I have very fine, I have fine. So we have one strand, we have 1 to 2 strands. So we have very fine, fine. Then we get into medium. So we have 2 to 3 strands, 3 to 4 strands, and in the bottom, we get to thick. We have 4 to 5 strands. This is how I ventilate, people. I do not do fine all the way throughout the whole closure. So when you really ask me, you say, I want fine, I want thin, I really don't answer you, basically because I think you're eyeing different closures and pieces that are made in China, but American ventilators, we don't ventilate that way. We don't ventilate single strands throughout a whole unit because we know that single strands break easily. So we ventilate a little thicker, and this is my method of ventilating. So if you want thin and you want fine, you might have to just go ahead and get your closures made in China, because that's the type of ventilating they do. They do very thin, very fine, because they know that thin single strands break. My closures are all double knotted, and they're made to last at least, I only guarantee a year. Not that I will re-add hair for you for free. No, none of my services are free, but I guarantee that in a year, you will still have basically this thickness in your closure. But if you get your closures made in China, no, they can't guarantee you that. So this is my method of ventilating. And just to give you an idea of fine and very fine, you see how thin that is, right? If you were to have a closure made of this, you know, this ventilating all throughout, it wouldn't be this thick. First of all, it's a lot of labor because a needle just won't grab one strand. We have to manipulate the strands, pull them apart, and then grab one strand at a time. So it's very time consuming. So for me, I would equate price-wise 1 inch per $100. So let's just say this was a very fine closure. I spent, you know, it will probably take me 4 to 6 weeks to do that type of ventilating. So let's just say I made this closure. It's a 3x4. I made it very fine. 3x4, you add it up, 7. 7 times $100, this closure would be $700. So if it were a 4x4, it would be $800. If it was a 4x5, it would be $900. 5x6, it would be $1,000. So when you say I want fine and very fine, that equates to dollars. And I offer affordable. I don't offer, you know, fine and very fine ventilating, because I don't specialize in making closures for people that have lost their hair to alopecia or cancer. I don't specialize in that type of ventilating. You see nothing like that on my site. I don't mention those words on my site. I mention affordable, you know, and custom. That's all I mention. I don't mention on my blog that I do that type of ventilating, because I'm not going to offer that type of ventilating, because I don't want to cater to, well, I would love to, but it's very time consuming, and I can't take 4 to 6 weeks to make, you know, one unit for someone. You know, I don't ventilate as fast as I used to. I'm in my 50s, and I don't ventilate, you know, as fast as someone in their 20s or 30s. And, you know, I really don't want to either. I don't, you know, want to get arthritis trying to ventilate, you know, really fast. So this is the closure for my client. This client's local, so she'll be picking this up, I'm sure, from me. And the local clients, yeah, they drop their hair in my mailbox. You know, it's like they're local, so, you know, they deliver it themselves. So this is your closure, and I know you asked for a round hairline, but I couldn't give that to you because I didn't leave enough lace out in the front. And normally when I do a round hairline, I kind of stop ventilating here and then I make it round, so it still would total out to 3x4. Now if I were to try to do a round on this lace, knowing that I only have this little bit left, it would have totaled out to a 3x5, and you know, we didn't discuss that extra ventilating or paying any extra money. And you didn't want your units bleached. I'm not bleaching anymore. So I adjusted my prices to not include bleaching. But what I will do, if you want pre-bleached knots and you're willing to bleach, you know, the roots yourself, I will definitely pre-bleach the knots, pre-bleach the hair before I ventilate, and then make your unit that way, and then you'll be responsible for covering your net and re-dyeing the inside of your roots back to black. So once again, so you can get a good look at the type of ventilating that I offer. I offer very fine, medium, and dense. Alrighty, thank you for watching.